Let's talk more about the year of the fire horse. So today is the last day of the Lunar New Year celebrations, also called the Lantern Festival. And this year it landed on a full moon called the blood moon that was also a lunar eclipse in Virgo. I actually watched this happen in real time last night. The moon just slowly becomes covered and dimmed and then disappeared. It felt very on theme, to be honest with you. The Lantern Festival is the closing day of the entire 15-day Lunar New Year celebration and marks the first full moon of the year. Traditionally, people will light and carry lanterns, solve riddles written on them, watch lion and dragon dances, set off fireworks, and eat these sweet gluttonous rice balls that symbolize unity and wholeness. It's really about completion and spending time with family and wrapping up the cycle, especially since each of the days represents something different and entails different activities and traditions. This year feels especially symbolic though because this is a festival centered around light happening during a lunar eclipse. Instead of the moon being bright and clear, it was essentially hidden and blocked. I know how that sounds given the current backdrop of the US and the world, but to me, that's not ominous at all. I think this is grounding. So the fire horse energy is bold, fast, and passionate. It can bring major momentum, but also burnout and impulsiveness if you're not steady and present. So having the first full moon be shadowed almost feels like a reminder not to rush, to stay centered, and to let things unfold and flow. It is about being present no matter what, because the year will look different for everyone. Zodiac-wise, some signs are expected to have a smoother year. If you are a goat or sheep or ram, whichever you use, or a dog, you are considered especially fortunate this year. Tiger, dragon, snake, monkey, rooster, and pigs are generally in a supportive flow as well too. Rats, oxen, rabbits, and horses may experience a more fluctuating, more difficult year though. What that means is there will be more tests and more growth moments so that we can expand. I have seen a lot of people like, if you're fire or whatever Chinese zodiac sign or your year of the horse, this is going to be your year. This is going to be the best year ever. And I just want us all to focus on being present and not be too idealistic, no matter what sign you are. But the reason horses and some signs with the fire element especially want to focus on remaining grounded and present and not too idealistic is because in Chinese astrology, when your birth sign matches the current year or the element, you are said to offend or to be in conflict with the deity of the year, which is believed to cause a tumultuous, unpredictable year, especially if you're not present and rooted and staying aligned with the rooting and clarity from the previous year of the wood snake. You will be more prone to burnout and excessive fire, high pressure challenges, relationship issues, potential breakups, and you're encouraged to really take precautions around your health and wellness. But here is the bigger perspective that I encourage us all to have. Every year has opportunity no matter what sign you are. A quote unquote challenging year or challenges usually just means you're being stretched into something new. Hard and difficult doesn't always mean wrong or bad. Struggle doesn't always mean that you're off track and incorrect. Challenges don't disqualify a year from being transformative. You could very well look back and see that this was the exact refinement you needed in order to grow and align. And at the end of the day, the Lantern Festival is really about being present and celebrating the moment. I know that there's some people who see eclipses as signs of collapse, but this feels very grounding. Light doesn't disappear during an eclipse. It's still there. It's just momentarily covered. Completion doesn't always look bright and celebratory and look like all of us don't have a care in the world and live, laugh, love, and let's click our heels. Sometimes it looks like a pause, a realization of a shadow, wondering if you're still integrating, etc. And for this to happen in the sign of Virgo, an earth sign, feels like a reminder to get practical, grounded, and to refine. Eclipse or not, the moon still moves through its phases, and we do too. Maybe this year's Lantern Festival is really not about the spectacle of it all, but about quiet clarity and closing the cycle with intention, even if visibility and stability feel low and not there. Regardless, even though I couldn't see the moon anymore, I knew she was still there, and I know she's coming back tonight. Until next time, y'all.